Sam.
Josiah. Do you want me to go?
The last.
How are you?
I started. Okay,
We've been talking for 2 hours. I don't have a lot of like new stuff to say to you.
I'm trying to think of a good way to open this. Okay, ink. It's how we communicate.
Oh, I thought we were going to do a word association thing, and I was going to be like tats.
Look, the pen is mightier than the sword, and yet not quite sharp enough to puncture the skin. And that's where the needle comes in. Yes, we're talking about the humble art of body modification through the means of drawing on oneself.
Dude, this is like amazing. You should have written for a local newscast in 1998.
Welcome to Blink 155. We are, of course, about to go behind the paywall. But first, Sam, what are your thoughts on the history, the future, and the present of tattoo culture?
Wow. Thanks for having me, Josiah.
It's my pleasure.
In my travels, I've come across many troubled youngsters who have marked their skin with all kinds of heinous iconography, from the horns of the devil to the words of Satan himself. And you can't help but be troubled when you see these youngsters who have marked themselves for life, ensuring that they can never be buried in a Jewish cemetery, nor allowed to hold respectable jobs in modern society.
Wow.
But the future is looking bright.
We now throw to... No, I mean, we should do like a local news
Really? Yeah, it turns out it's sort of fun to just talk like that. Yeah.
I kept like turning my head to look at another camera over here,
right, as you were, every time there was like a break in the thought.
You know, one thing we do need to bring up immediately.
Yes.
Is that so this is how... I don't know if anyone knows this, but we host a very popular podcast about the band Blink 182. Mm-hmm. And
yeah.
We don't know sweet shit fuck all about them because apparently Mark Hoppus has actually had his tattoos since like 2003.
Really? Yeah. Like, damn. Boys really changed things up.
We just saw them in one. We just like saw them for the first time in.
I don't know what they look
20
like.
years ago.
Yeah.
I guess he has one of his wife Sky and one of his son Jack. Their names like in like. It's in sort of like the kind of font as if they had died and it was airbrushed on a car is like what his tattoo looks like. But he's had it for a long ass time and we just noticed and we were both like, oh my God, he just got tattoos. Well, it turns out, I mean, how do you define recent? You know, it still is recent in terms of global history.
Yeah, time is a construct. And so, so the tattoos are new to the, just in the span of human history.
Exactly. So Mark has been marked with tattoos, and Tom has been Tommed with tattoos, and Travis has been Travis.
Jesus Christ. So Josiah, what about you? So you don't have, for some reason I thought you had more tattoos than you have, and it made getting our matching 155 tattoos feel like way more intimate or something. Like we were just sort of fooling around, and then you were like, "By the way, I'm a virgin." I'm like, "Oh no, this is going to mean so much to you." You know, but not to me because I like been around.
I think it's like my fourth tattoo or something.
Right.
But it hurt a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what are your other tattoos? So you've got Alfred E. Newman.
Yeah.
You have your wife's name.
Yeah, and then I have a stick and poke of a cross from the back of a Godspeed You Black Emperor record,
yep.
which is like somehow the most embarrassing one. More embarrassing than the 155 tattoo.
155 tattoo is good.
You promised
I did.
to get another 155 tattoo.
To get another, so I got to get the Skanking Raptor. We are a couple of weeks out now from the opening of the NBA season. I wanted to wait until I wasn't going to be like in a pool anymore. I love to swim in the summertime, but we're safe now. So I got a couple of weeks to get in there and.
So you need to have it before the season starts.
Just like in principle, I think that's what I want. That's like my celebration of this year and the year to come. You know.
Are you getting full color?
Yeah. I guess I'll have to get a purple tattoo.
Do you have like a guy that you go to, or are you going to go to that place we went to?
I'll probably just walk in where, like, because that to me is like a place where they're not going to give a shit if I walk in. This New Tribe, which is like a very sort of well-trafficked, touristy part of Toronto. It's Bloor Street where the CN Tower is. And so to walk in there and say like, hey, I need a skanking Raptor, I just feel like they'd be like, okay. You know, whereas I wouldn't want to go to like a cool shop, like I put cool in scare quotes.
You should get one of those like Williamsburg stick and poke people to do it. instead.
Yeah, I want to get someone really cool. Yeah, really cool to do. Who only does like ancient runes otherwise. You know?
Anyway, so we're gonna talk. We're gonna have tit for tat talking tats here on Blink 155, and this episode that you're about to hear behind the paywall is called Blink 1A-Tattoo.
Oh no! You expect people to pay for that?
They just did.
That's your big idea. That's your big idea for how to make money, Josiah. How to get a television and a new computer.
Exactly. I'm just grasping at straws here.
It's shameful.